So this time around, the question is, how do I control my stress? Now, this is a question that's been coming up a lot for a lot of people. There's a lot to be stressed out about. And so first of all, I want you to know that it's okay to feel the way you feel. You are absolutely not alone. And so with that in mind, right away, one of the things you can do is reach out. There are people who are feeling the way you're feeling and find some common ground, find something to talk about. But beyond that, I'm going to give you two answers. One of them is pretty straightforward and superficial, but it works. And one of them is a little bit deeper and it really works. Okay? So, part one of how do you control your stress? The superficial, straightforward answer is stop medicating and get something done. Stop medicating and get something done. Now, here's what I mean by that. When you're feeling freaked out, stressed out, whatever, there is a tendency to want to medicate that. I'm going to distract myself by using drugs and alcohol, or by sitting down in front of the TV, by playing video games, by engaging in somebody else's drama. There's all kinds of ways to medicate. But at the end of the day, every kind of medication, chemical problems that they cause notwithstanding, that's another issue. But beyond that, any kind of medication has the same basic flaw, and that is that when you come down from whatever it is, when the TV show is done, when you're sober again, or whatever version of it, the problems that you were trying to run away from aren't any better. In fact, usually they're worse, right? We've talked about this. So step one, stop medicating. Ask yourself, how am I dodging the issues that might be going on, right? Find ways to quit doing that. Find ways. Little ways are fine. Baby steps are fine. Find ways to actually face whatever it is. Stop medicating and get something done. And the second part of that is figure out something. Some little thing, doesn't have to be a big deal, that will improve your situation. Your brain, your heart, you want to get things done. You are a productive creature by your very nature. And so, for example, we play the video game where you line up fruit in a line. Your brain goes, oh, I got a thing done, but it's artificial. Your brain doesn't know any better. Find something that actually gets something done in real life, and you'll scratch that same itch the video game was doing, but you'll actually make things better, and you'll have less to stress out about, less open loops, as they say in the productivity game. So find something you can do to improve your situation. And like I said, it can be anything. Get your resume in order. Organize your spice rack. Go do some push-ups. Clean something. Make the bed. It doesn't have to be a big deal, but do something that will improve your situation. So if you stop medicating and do something to improve your situation, that's a great way to handle it. Okay, that's the superficial answer. It works. There's no tonic for stress and depression like checking stuff off your to-do list, but there is a deeper thing that you can do. And it has to do with understanding what the word stress actually means. I got to say that I think one of the most underrated self-help books, one of the most underrated truth books, is the dictionary. Figure out what the word means, and you'll figure out something that you can do to make things better. Almost always. And in this case, it's very, very true. The word stress doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. I mean, think about it. The word stress, if you look it up in the dictionary, the word stress just means focus. When someone is giving some big presentation and they say, I want to stress these points, they're not saying, I want you to freak out about this stuff, are they? Stress just means focus. I want you to really get this. I want you to really focus on it. These are your takeaways, right? That's what stress means. And so stress really is a synonym for focus. And so, if you are focused on things you can't control, things in the outer, the opinions of others, problems that you can't solve as a single person, things that are too big, things outside of yourself, it's no wonder that they start to bother you, because there's nothing you can do about them, so you just spin your wheels. If you place all your focus on things outside of yourself, you get stressed out, because you're stressing on outer things. That's what the word means. If you're feeling freaked out, it's because you are freaking out on things outside yourself, things you can't control. And so the deeper answer is find something to stress, something to focus on in. Get stressed in. I know it's a little bit corny, but it works. It's the truth. Find something inside of yourself that you can focus on. There is a strength, there is a joy, there is a creativity, there is a drive and a passion in you that needs some attention. Maybe one of the reasons that you're freaking out is because there's this thing that's getting neglected, this fire that needs to be fanned into a bigger flame. There's something in you that needs some attention. Get stressed in. And there's all kinds of ways to do that. For me, it has to do with prayer and meditation. Take some time every day. Close your eyes. And for me, it has to do with talking to God. But it doesn't have to be that for you. You can just sit and listen to your breathing. Whatever it needs to be for you, start where you start. But find ways to check in with yourself. Find ways to get stressed in. And it's wonderful that life gives us this feedback mechanism. When you're feeling frazzled, you have the opportunity to go, oh, wait a minute, I'm stressed out. I'm thinking about things outside myself that I can't control, aren't I? I need to take a minute, get stressed in. Take some deep breaths, focus in, do what you need to do. And the more you become inward possessed, the more things outside of yourself can't hurt you anymore. Greater is the thing that's within you than what's out there in the world. Thank goodness, thank God, you have this ability to find that. If life is stressing you out, get something done. Quit medicating. Face what's going on. But learn how to stress in, and you'll be in charge of what you need to be in charge of. Thanks for sending in those questions. I really appreciate it. Keep them coming. You can do that by Instagramming with or tweeting with the hashtag AskDieter, AskDieter, all one word. You can send me emails. Go to my website, waypastok.com. There's all kinds of ways to get a hold of me. There's a lot of really cool stuff there as well that I'd love for you to see. Go check it out. You got this.